Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen. We're back here at Milnerton High School. Apologies for the slight delay. We had a little power outage, but we are back live. You're watching Drostdy boys taking on Westerford boys. Drostdy just had a penalty corner and well saved by the goalkeeper. They've had a little bit of the possession for the first couple of minutes. And I'm joined again by my good friend Randall. Randall, we can't seem to get rid of each other today.
Yeah, I was on my way home and the wife said, just stay there.
Well, listen, I think there's a lot of people that will want an understanding wife like that that will allow you to commentate all day on a Saturday in the sun.
Oh yeah, for sure. But, looking at the matchup between these two sides, we have this Westerford boys side who had quite a smart tactical play earlier. And RTS, which is captained by Eugene Labushkachny, also being a squad that plays a very interesting brand of hockey. And we see that big wind up there, but Drostdy will be playing this crunch and run kind of game.
Yeah, and Milton sitting behind the ball, they've got all their numbers back and they're going to try and close as much space down as possible. Closing as much space as possible as RTS try and, like you said, they're quite forceful when they go forward at pace and take the players on. As you can see there, as they try and take just one too many of the Westerford players on, as Westerford try and drive it down the right hand side. It just goes a little bit too far, as RTS still have majority of the ball in the first couple of minutes. Thank you very much for everyone watching and joining on our Supersport School stream. Loads of sport on. Just from a school perspective, loads of sport on. Rugby all over the country, hockey all over the country, and we're bringing you the Milnerton Hockey Festival from 3 different venues: Milnerton High School, O'Connor, and Edgemead as well. For the rest of today, 2 more games today, yeah, and then for the whole day tomorrow. Milnerton here driving through midfield, a little bit of space. Coach asking them to roll the ball, and I think it hit a foot. Sorry, apologies. I thought it hit a RTS Drostdy foot, but it's been a mistake from Westerford players. RTS are now playing from left to right, so if the colours do look a bit close, they're not too close. It's RTS in their bright red and Westerford in their traditional maroon and sky blue.
Yeah, and as per the trend of this tournament, the big question has always been about basics.
Yeah, and a good example is the turf is quite sticky. Obviously, been quite a warm day, but that just means if you do hear us and then not hear us, the power is tripping a few times here, but we'll just keep giving you as much of the commentary as we can. Again, thank you all for joining us, from watching. I see there's quite a few people on the stream there. Thank you for joining us and thank you for watching. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're supporting. We'll engage with you throughout the day, as RTS Drostdy now have the advantage as they try and move forward, but they can't find another pass as Westerford have it outside the 25 and they win a free hit. Randall, new South African ladies hockey coach has just been announced. It must be pretty exciting for the girls.
Yeah, seeing Uncle Giles being announced there was definitely something that we waited for, and it's been a long time coming after stepped on by the previous coach. I believe it was end of last year, October last year.
Yeah, good. Just after IPT, coach stepped down and they've had a temporary coach. Inky Zondi took over just for Africa Cup. Giles Bonet, loads and loads of experience. He's coached overseas. He's coached in Belgium. He's coached in the Netherlands in the Hoofdklasse. He's coached China as well, and yeah, he coached the SA ladies for quite some time. To the 2014 World Cup was the last time he was with the side. Lots of knowledge, and if you want somebody that's experienced and got loads of knowledge about the game, he's probably one of the perfect people to get through. Got a Ball comes in, flick comes in across, and it was going wide, but it was saved by person on the line. I'm just saying about Giles. He's got a very busy schedule ahead of him. He's got SA ladies have got the World Cup now in July in Spain and the Netherlands, and I think South Africa will be based in Spain most of the time. Then they've got the Commonwealth Games, as well as the FIH Nations Cup, as well as the 2024. Am I correct? 2024, 2023 Paris Games.
Oh yeah.
So he's got quite a busy schedule ahead of him, but no doubt he'll be able to get the team back. Missed trap there by Westerford. So yeah, exciting times for the SA ladies side. No doubt they'll be excited by the journey that's ahead, and no doubt Charles will be equally excited to try and get those girls on the right track.
I'm sure the ladies will also be wanting to up their rankings and just re-establish their position on the world stage. Having been without a coach for a short amount of time.
Yeah, I think they're at 16 at the moment, and I remember when Charles was coaching them, they had gone into the top 10, and no doubt top 10 is where I think South African ladies need to be, and I think where they'll need to work towards. He'll obviously keep his eyes on the Under-21 World Cup that's happening in Potch not too long from now, 2nd of April, I think, if I'm correct, that's when it starts. So he'll be keeping his eyes on that tournament as well, because there's quite a few players over there that have already played in the South African ladies side, so that will be quite exciting to see.
And best of luck to Coach Lenise Marais.
Yeah, Lenise Marais and the rest of the squad taking over the side at Under-21. It must be pretty epic to have a World Cup, coaching World Cup in your own country against some of the best in the world.
Oh no, for sure. Especially at Potch, at the purple picker. Nice blue
The
Astro.
purple picker.
Well, the colour's purple. I mean.
Yeah, good call.
It's a nice 3-hour drive from Joburg, but it's a fantastic little town. Not much to do there. Definitely one of, I think between Potchefstroom and Bloemfontein, they have two of the fittest towns in the country.
I think the Cape Townians will disagree with you on that.
Hey man.
Although we struggle when we go play there because the altitude absolutely kills us.
But in terms of fitness per capita, I think they are some of the most active, and they're mostly student towns. But look at this.
Westerford with the ball down the left-hand side now. And it's been fairly even so far. I mean, Westerford were defending quite a bit at the start, but they're getting a bit more comfortable. Big ball inside the circle, and it was deflected, saved by the keeper, and shot comes in. What a goal! Westerford with an unbelievable 45-degree ball inside the circle. Initial save by the keeper, and then a second save comes in, or a second shot came in. And Westerford 1-0 with 10 minutes to go in the first half.
I wonder if we could confirm that it was Damon Koyman who scored that one. We will get a confirmation soon. Captain Cole Rycliffe started that play on the outside left. And as we get to the end of the day, the games are a little bit slower, as legs are a little bit more tired, but so there's confirmation that it was Jaden Elliott who scored that one.
Yeah, really good finish there by Jaden Elliott.
And thanks to Coach, who had actually provided us with the team list earlier, the ladies coach of the Westerford ladies side. As the wind picks up, it actually starts chucking entire chairs onto the turf. Not just that, as per the last game.
Yeah, your typical Cape Town wind that's now flowing through here from the afternoon.
I think this is strictly Milnerton wind. We don't get this out on our side of the
It's
world.
the one where you're walking on the beach and you're just tasting sand. Yeah, yes, Drostdy with an opportunity now. They're going to try and take a player on. And got a chance, and Westerford have come across well to defend, but he's lost footing there. And yes, Drostdy still with the ball and still taking the players. Like we said, you know, they like to take the Milner. They like to take any player on. something that they have done.
Yeah, it is Drostdy, very, very difficult side to play against because they will keep coming at you at 100 miles an hour. And they're playing a much more reserved and conservative brand of hockey compared to the earlier match.
Yeah, I think also they Westerford have had majority of the ball now, so they've had to sit back and defend, and whenever time they get it, they rush forward and then lose it. So
Compared to their first match against Milnerton boys, that was quite a tough affair.
what was the score in that one?
It'd be nice if people don't ask me scores. You know, I can barely remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
We're just here to commentate.
I know I had coffee.
Westerford around the back. There's a little bit of space, and they're forcing the RTS Drostdy boys to move, and it.
They're playing, you know, Westerford, they've been playing quite a smart brand today. They know exactly where the gaps are.
A lot more patient than the RTS Drostdy boys. And again, unfortunately, RTS Drostdy just giving it away. They want to just, probably when they get it, they probably just want to hold on to the ball a little bit. Just to try and regain a bit of momentum, which they currently don't have.
Yeah, this Drostdy, both boys and girls teams struggled a bit in the heat today. It's never fun seeing players clamoring for shade and ice, and teachers and coaches alike trying to just assist with cooling down.
But I think RTS Drostdy boys will want to emulate what their girls did earlier. They got that 1-0 win over Milnerton. I think RTS Drostdy definitely want to do the same and end this day off well.
Yeah, they're
Trying to get a win over Westerford.
Drostdy girls unfortunately losing to Westerford earlier. So they'll definitely want to pull something back. I'll just confirm that in a moment. This was their girls who had lost to Westerford earlier this morning, but
And then they win against Milnerton earlier a couple of games ago.
you know that progression is something you want to see in any squad. As they find their feet and confidence, and coaches start to identify areas where they could capitalize. I think the big area to capitalize on right now is the wind.
Yeah, RTS Drostdy, I think he's looking at the shape of the trees. I think they are playing into it currently. Westerford playing with it. So actually maybe going across the field. It's swirling just a little bit, but majority of it going across the field from, as you look at it, going across to the opposite side of the field. But it's like a funny diagonal wind off their right shoulder.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to stand up and check this wind just in case I get blown across the turf.
Umpire saying it's at the back of the stick, and he's got some space to take the free hit. He's given to one of his teammates, and a good ball inside the middle, and all defended there by RTS Drostdy as they don't have many numbers forward. It looks like there's a whole lot of Westerford players behind the ball, and ball goes over the back line. Will be a 16-yard free hit to Westerford.
The tempo of this game being quite different, looking like Westerford are happy to just sit back and manage. Not something you want to do against a side like this, because if Drostdy find the pace, they will come at you. But look at this play by Westerford, my goodness.
Yeah, and something they've got to keep doing, and like we mentioned it in a couple of games ago, is that you try and keep the ball away from the RTS Drostdy players. You try and keep it away from contact. Sorry for that. Westerford have done that really well. I think it's when they get into the final third that they're trying to take the players on a little bit too much. Try and find somebody in a better position to give the ball to.
And it's like Westerford are getting ready to swap their keepers for the next half. So Thomas Edwards currently in goal, and Robert Thompson getting kitted up for his stint in the next half. And Westerford again winning possession, winning the free hit, but they need to convert something here.
So Westerford moving the ball around the back and very happy to do that. Some good space that they find the ball. They just seem a lot more comfortable now than the first couple of minutes of the game.
Yeah, they look like they're not even overexerting themselves. I think when the team started to look a little bit flustered is when they were trying to play at the pace of a side that was challenging them and just not being able to match. But then if you look at the way Drostdy move, someone's free on top D there, a little bit of miscommunication. Can he just get this ball through? And he's turning away.
I don't know if that looked like a save from this angle, but it's gone past the keeper and it will be a 16-yard free hit. And there was a chance with 2 minutes to go to half time to try and chance to equalize. There weren't many opportunities for RTS Drostdy in this half so far. They've done really well. They're putting Westerford under lots of pressure here. They're going to try and win it, but well passed in the middle.
The patience of this Westerford build-up is something fantastic to see. But Drostdy, Sunny turning up the pace here. And looking for that ball to the corner, but unable to connect. Maybe someone could explain the difference in kit colors by Drostdy to us.
I think it could be maybe under 16 players that maybe not have been capped yet. I see there was, I'm just taking a wild guess there. I think there were one or two in the girls' side as well. Maybe you know that they haven't earned their first team kit yet, or so. And you can also see that the boys that, so yeah, that could potentially be maybe 2 under 16, 3 under 16 players that are playing that maybe haven't got, yeah. So I'm not entirely sure. I'm just assuming. So if there's anybody watching that can let us know, it would be good to hear as RTS are trying the last couple of seconds here before Tomahawk shot comes in, and I think it hits the back of a Drostdy stick, as it will now be a penalty corner. It will now be a free hit out to Westerford, as they are going to try and wind the clock down a little bit to half time. They've definitely looked the most comfortable team in this half.
Yeah, they played a particularly patient brand of hockey. And at the end of this first half, only 1-0. Fantastic. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Right, we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. It is the second half as Fairmont. I say Fairmont. I said Westerford are taking on Hartius Drostdy here at the Milnerton Hockey Festival. Hockey still for the rest of today and all of tomorrow. I'm joined by, my name is AJ Spirinsuk, joined by good friend Randall Crisp. Randall will be back. You're going to see something different in the second half?
Yeah, I'm expecting something a little bit different from the Hartius Drostdy side. Even if we look at the formation right now on the pitch, Drostdy are quite a bit more spread out compared to first half. So they definitely are looking to capitalize on their speed in this half.
Yeah, I think they've just got they're giving I think Westerford quite a lot of space in midfield. I think if they can just get a little bit tighter on defense marking, as we look at there's player turning around open with no players near him, so just got to work a little bit harder on defense there. I think they'll start then putting Westerford under a lot more pressure, and they'll be able to get more counter-attack options. Westerford on the other hand have been really good going forward, lots of space in midfield. They've been able to get the ball to their forward quite easily, and it's the final third that they'll be looking at to get better on defense and on attack. So that's something that we from both teams will be hoping to do better in.
But JD calling there a little bit of a stick tackle.
Drop down.
And Hartius Drostdy then looks like he was looking for a bit of an overhead there. But Hartius Drostdy looking a little bit more spaced out. I'm not sure if it's the plan or the idea, but if you're looking at the player on the ball, he doesn't seem to have that many options compared to Westerford, where Westerford's free play on the ball is seeming to always have 3 or 4 options available.
Yeah, some good work there by Westerford as they move the ball around. Yeah, very good point you make, is whenever Hartius Drostdy have the ball, they don't seem like they have a pass at all.
Yeah, it's similar to the previous match with Pinelands versus Kuro Dumble, where Pinelands almost never seem to have an open pass.
As we say that, Hartius Drostdy with the ball now inside the circle. They find a play and doesn't get the ball under control, but I think there's fortunately free it out there to Westerford, as I think the player just ran over the ball and obstructed a Westerford player. You see lots of space, and I think what Drostdy need to do is they just need to put them under a little bit more pressure, because at the moment it seems very comfortable for the Westerford side.
Yeah, if I were the Westerford coach, I'd be quite happy with what I'm seeing, but
Yeah.
at the same time, look at this link by Drostdy, but they are playing into little pockets.
Lots of space there in front of the Westerford players as the sun starts to slowly make the shadows a little bit longer. Westerford moving the ball around the back, is comfortably finding players inside midfield. It's a good drive through midfield, but just one too many players. Hit the back of the stick of one of the Drostdy players. Space out wide, and unfortunately no advantage there given by the umpire. Free taken quickly, and it's well tackled by Hartius Drostdy as they try and get the ball out now, and there's a chance for them to counter, but there's still lots of Westerford numbers behind the ball. Westerford aren't really committing many numbers forward.
It's very confusing, because every time we look at the screen, we are seeing a lot of Westerford, no matter where the ball is. But they're not taking advantage of the spaces being made available fully up front, as you had mentioned. Ooh, what a challenge there, and he gets away with the ball. And does he have an option inside the D? Just another one of those opportunities where Drostdy just getting to the D and not stringing the last few passes together.
When we say chances, they haven't actually had that many clear-cut chances inside the circle, but they've definitely had opportunities where they can move the ball to better positions inside the 25, and I think that's what's letting them down currently, is they've got those forwards up front, but they just haven't been able to give them the quality ball that they need.
I think also players just haven't been in the position to receive a quality pass, because a lot of if we just look at the passing lines, particularly from Drostdy, there always seems to be a Westerford shirt in between. And if we look now, there's they're going to the big trough.
Yeah, Westerford's holding their spaces quite nicely. Here we can see.
Straight into the Westerford stick, and back they come.
Westerford inside the circle, driving down the baseline, and I think it's hit a Drostdy stick, so it will be a long corner. There's some space in front for Westerford as they unfortunately didn't get a circle injury outcome there, but they still carry on playing. Westerford players have stopped playing, but umpire's not blown his whistle. So Westerford, big ball forward, not able to find, RTS Drostdy, big ball forward, not able to find any forwards there.
Yeah, there's going to be a battle of finishing here, as RTS Drostdy really need to string, and as we say that, they're looking to find a way into the circle. But Westerford just sitting back and clearing it back out. Still have the ball, and their coach is screaming because he's not seeing any urgency.
Tom Walk shot comes in. Missed the ball, and yeah, you want that urgency to start kicking in now. It's 13 minutes to go. You're still 1-0 down. It hasn't gone completely the way that they would have liked it to go.
Especially with the first match where it seemed like RTS Drostdy have 18 gears available to them. And some players were playing like 18-speed trucks, just plowing through.
Yeah, it could be end of day tiredness. It could be a vast amount of things, but there's a chance now. Golden opportunity, ball comes in, and it hits a foot outside, and just a little naughty little hit away there from one of the Westerford players. You just got to be aware of not give away a penalty corner now.
And umpire Liam Ferguson doing the top dog dance there, calling the players closer.
25 early.
Yeah, I won't lie. The sun is warm. The shade is cool.
Yeah. It is one of those interesting days where we get cold on a very warm day. There's a fast counter-attack here by Westerford, but not able to find a forward in front, and it's cleared there by RTS Drostdy. There's again Westerford just going to start plugging away at that RTS Drostdy defense.
Yeah, hopefully we can hang on to everything that's being blown away here. I just need to get a few pieces of lead just to tie everything and everyone down. Big call, so simple ball here from the Westerford coach. And look up again, even though the Westerford ball was dead, still had a pass on.
Yeah. Some space down this right hand side now. If they can get the ball forward, there is a striker high up, but haven't been able to find it to him. Can still keep carrying the ball. Ball comes inside the circle. Looked like a deflection, but keepers missed it. But
massive miscommunication there between the two Westerford players, tackling each other twice.
yeah, that was another opportunity. Westerford will be very upset with that. They had numbers up forward. They had numbers up front. They did well to get the ball forward, and they just couldn't get any shot on target.
It is also strangely quiet on the park.
Yeah, energy levels are definitely very, very low at the moment from both teams.
As the ball goes down to the corner, Westerford looking to find another way in, but looking to recycle and sending that one dangerously across.
Yeah, he had numbers with him. I mean, they could have played a little mini game there. I mean, they've done well playing these little mini games, and that would have been a good opportunity to play those little mini games in that area.
Oh, unfortunately, looking to send that one over, but that was not the plan.
Coach was asking for a big overhead, and a big overhead is thrown, and yes, that's missed. And there is a RTS just a play up front, and he's going to want to go inside the circle and try and get something. Tomahawk shot comes in, but it's gone wide. Keeper comfortably seeing that past the post. Probably would have liked to maybe take on the player and get a penalty corner.
Yeah, I think if either one of us were coaching, probably be screaming for the PC there. Well, then again, if I were coaching, it would have been a mistake.
As Westerford there takes it quickly, but they've lost the ball over the sideline. 8 minutes to go here. It's a tricky scenario because they want to go for their second goal, but they also want to make sure that they tight at the back. You know, they don't want to give the win away. So it's a tricky scenario for Westerford at the moment, but it's going to be all full steam ahead for RTS Drostdy, because that's all they're going to want is to try and get that one goal and then obviously try and get the win.
As Coach KMK from KZN says, you can only defend for so long before that dam breaks.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and almost and here's a little mistake, and it's an opportunity for RTS Drostdy. If they don't get the ball under control, they've got it now, and he's going to try and get a Tomahawk shot. Tomahawk shot comes in, and it hits a stick and goes over the baseline. Players are calling for a penalty corner.
And as you were saying, Westerford are looking to defend, but you can only defend for so long. And 1-0 is just not enough.
A little bit of pressure there from Westerford, but they just comfortably move the ball out the back and back to their normal state. There's a pass going forward. And I must think he should have given that ball going towards his strikers. RTS Drostdy now with a chance. There's a few numbers up front. Makes the pass, but it goes. It's a Westerford stick and will be a long corner.
Age is 6.5 minutes left. Will RTS Drostdy get something on the board?
Yeah, dangerous hit inside the circle, and again he had a player that he could have passed to on the baseline. We've got 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes to go.
You know, as with any skill, that reverse stick pass is a good one to have in your bag, but you have to be able to do it effectively and repeatedly.
Yeah, so we've got to keep that one low.
We have not seen one completed yet in this match. Most of them have been lifted at head height.
Good spaces. Westerford now got a chance on that. So not a very good tackle there inside the circle. It is a penalty corner.
Penalty corner and a card.
Yeah, chance here for Westerford to go 2-0 up. Not something that RTS Drostdy want. Not something that they wanted with 5 minutes to go, to have a man down for the next 2 minutes of that 5 minutes.
Yeah, just looking at the makeup of this short corner attacking side, looks like number 3, Daniel Black, has moved to the right castle, and his run-up starts all the way in Bloberg.
Slip comes across it. I think it's headed Drostdy stick, so it will be a long corner to Westerford.
Reset, guys, move back.
Also a difference in squad size. We're seeing that these Drostdy, actually both squads same size of 4 on the bench. We've seen squads like Euro Langabana only having 2 to 3 on the bench, and with injuries those benches have become quite a bit smaller. Pinelands have had a few concussions, and it's only day 2.
Yeah, it's a bit worrying that there are that many injuries this early on. I mean, obviously you can't help it if there are some freak injuries, but it is quite interesting to note that. We don't ever want injuries, but it is quite uncommon to have that many injuries on only your second day of a tournament.
Yeah, a few interesting discussions with non-hockey players who seem to assume that the stick and the ball are the most dangerous items on the field, but I think most of them are quite shocked to hear that as you move up in leagues, the hip and the knee
And the shoulder.
and the shoulder, those will remove your jaw from your face.
Quite interestingly, we were discussing this a bit. If you try and tackle a player and you are, let's say, a meter away from them, that's probably the most dangerous position you can be. But if you're right next to them, shoulder to shoulder, or at least touching the player, that's least dangerous, because a player is not able to swing and hit you with the leverage that they can from maybe 1.5 meters or 2 meters away. So when I was defending, I used to try and get right up next to the defender as much as possible, because I knew that was the least dangerous position for me to be in.
Yeah, I always learn from my cats that you need to come away from an encounter with at least some threads in your mouth. So you bite into that shirt and you hang on for dear life. But just over 2 minutes left, and Westerford just throwing away the possession there ever so slowly, and Artis Drostdy looking to find their way back. And again, they've got ball, they've got possession, and they don't have a clear pass out. Just losing possession on that sideline to Westerford yet again. As we say that, the ball has not left this corner of the field, and now 16-1.
Yeah, just under 2 minutes to go, and Hati's really got to get this ball forward as quickly as possible. I think Westerford have just got to keep it tight as well. Ball goes through, it's missed by a whole lot of players, and a chance there for RTS Drostdy, but Westerford picked up the ball, and RTS Drostdy now with the ball, and they've got it wide. And umpires upgraded that penalty corner upgraded that free outside to a penalty corner.
Great communication there by umpire Jay and umpire Liam, spotting that professional foul on the outside.
So this is a great opportunity here for RTS Drostdy to pull that goal back, if they can, with still a little bit of time to get the winner.
Yeah, this is potentially their last opportunity. Goes to top, and first wave is there.
Yeah, well run by the first wave there. They're going to have to look at variations there, because those two waves are running out pretty quickly.
And just about 10 seconds left. Could this be the last one? And rolling over the baseline there, that was so close. Great performances here by both sides.
Yeah, that's a good finish there by Westerford. RTS Drostdy trying to get that equalizer, but they will be a little bit disappointed with that result, knowing the amount of opportunities that they let slide. And not just from the goal scoring opportunities, but opportunities in defense where they could have closed the space down. And so I think they'll be, but well deserved and good result there for Westerford. So well done to them, and thank you again for joining us. And we'll take a little break and we'll see you for the next game.